You got the whole budget. Now, what are you saying now?
And utilized
Go ahead.
12.4.
Step by step. Go ahead. Mr. Chair,
And we allowed these things-
Mr. Chair, can you give another try again at this? And we make an expert. Yes. Yes. Because we seem not to be understanding each other, and apparently some of these semantics are a little bit of a challenge.
And I'm going to ask colleagues to give you 5 minutes uninterrupted
Yes.
to explain.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chair. Accountant.
Thank you very much, Chair. Let us go from the beginning of how, because right now the issue at hand is the 574, which we are saying 540, 48, 846, 157. So this figure is relating to two issues. Is relating to two items that were not warranted figures. The first one of 574 billion for payment and gratuity never actually was not warranted. It did not come to us for expenditure. That's why it remained at the consolidated fund. So we never utilized that amount. But when you come to that year, the period under review, we did make a warrant totaling to 547 billion that cleared the gratuity within that period. That's why when you look at our financials in that year under review, we don't have any outstanding gratuity payments that were not done. The only balance that we have, I think, the only balance that is there is the 1,085,303,126, which remained an outstanding after the expenditure of the 574 on gratuity.
Let me ask you, sir.
Yes.
How did, we have now listened to you. You said, let me have a go. How comes when you go to page 7 of your financial statement, for which you do the sign and take full responsibility for completeness and integrity of these entries? It is on the same page.
Yes.
Eh? Now, this same page tells you you had a budget of 13.99, one, which was approved 100%. This figure is from your accounts. Now, for us, what you are interested in, sir, when you look at your budget performance, your approved budget is actually 13.3. Is it for something? Eh? That is your approved budget.
Yes.
Now, you allowed these things here of 13.19, 0.91. Now, what we are reading, and from you, that somebody gave you that money twice. That's why you are a bit honest. You know, in the Bible, there is the truth shall set you free. Somewhere along the way, you mentioned the double entry on warrant. Okay? That's why the auditor picks it and says, you had a revised budget. Okay? With the equal amount of money to the tune of your gratuity, which is the balance between what you now say is your approved budget and the 919. It's almost the same amount of money, almost, as the difference as of your gratuity, which you received. That means someone along the way attempted or did, okay? And you don't dispute it. In your books of accounts, you don't dispute it. You don't dispute that 19 something, because in the exit meeting, Madam and Mr. Accounting Officer, in the exit meeting, this should have been cleared. and said our budget was never to that tune. It was to this tune. Now you arrive at this table of mine with these inconsistencies. And he mentions a double entry. Now we want to see how that money worked. And we are speaking about money, how that money worked. Through Mubende, and you don't see a reversal, you don't see anything, but you see your budget was revised by somebody. But in the performance, it doesn't show at all. But on the system somewhere, the auditor detected these figures. How could you allow them escape your exit meeting and you haven't corrected these inconsistencies? And you want to say, we let you off the hook. You see the problem? That this problem along the way, you should have seen it and cleared it. And you know the process comes from exit meeting, they write you a management letter, you come smile for which meeting, until you come here to the auditor house here for final check. And you write here completeness of your figures. You see how tied our hands are. We want to understand each other. You said you give you time, but now you also have given time to understand us. And I'm stand to be collected by my colleagues here if my explanation understanding is wrong.
Honorable Chair, your explanation is very sufficient. That's why they also agreed to the report of the Auditor General and the accounts, and we are fully signed. So I think this matter has been sufficiently covered.
No, if it is sufficiently covered, these guys need to explain that amount of money.
Yes.
In no unreasonable doubt.
Yes.
It looks like a money that looks like could have been embezzled. And you are used as a conduit. So we want to know from the officer who cleared it from finance. Because I don't know. I have Accountant General here. Accountant General. On your new system, can money go to an entity beyond what was approved as a budget? It can't. So who could have entered this money? On the new infamous system, there is no way you can enter figure over and above what was approved as a budget. It will reject it. I'm not an expert in their system, but I'm so sure that is something you cannot do. And then you are saying, I'm reversing a warrant because it's a double entry. And the auditor captures it.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I would like to, appreciate the concern here of inconsistencies. Inconsistencies, especially in the reporting here. The recording in the documents here, which we have of final accounts. Therefore, even our report, I wanted us to work to a stage where we are given an opportunity to provide this evidence of how this money really, in terms of figures, could have moved. Because from what I'm picking clearly, that this 548 underquake did not appear on our accounts. So even if the figures are talking of 3919, in actual sense it didn't. And this one thing which you are rightly saying, we should have been able to identify and engage the auditors right early enough and dispute these figures, not just allow them pass into the report as they happen.
You actually give them approval because you signed on completeness and thoroughness of this figure, and you took responsibility.
And Honorable Chair, does the accounting officer want to confirm to this committee that these financial statements from Mubende Regional Referral Hospital are inconsistent, and misleading, and therefore cannot be used by the users? Because he's confirming that there is a misrepresentation of figures in this. So can we rely on these financial statements to get a true picture of what takes place in Mubende Regional Referral Hospital in regard to financial statements?
No, Mr. Chair, we have to be able to provide that additional clarification
now
which you are seeking here.
Yes, I can understand you, my brother.
Yes.
But the problem is the moment the figures of accounts are inconsistent, from the word go, it renders the whole of our proceeding irregular, And the problem is, understand us, Madam, this clever man here. The problem is here, sir. For us, we are detecting a possibility of embezzlement of money. Yes, and syndicated from finance, deep to your hospital.
No. It didn't appear.
And that's why I said, as a conduit.
No.
Because you need to prove to us beyond the reason. There's no way you can proceed any further with you without you unequivocally proving that this isn't so. The facts of the 1.9, and even asked you at the beginning, what was your budget? You said yes. You get it? You said yes. It said, is that table correct? You said yes. At that time, you ought to say, we stand to correct this. That is not a true figure. You had an opportunity of another golden chance of your response. You could not even correct your accounts. Your accounts. Are these accounts prepared by finance? Let me ask, Modimi, these accounts which you signed to here, are they corrected by these ones? Aren't they your own commentaries?
The commentaries are ours.
Yes, and you commented on these figures. You wrote that something. I mean, you may not be in accounts. So I'm taking this man here to CID. For possible loss, you make a comment. For possible loss, tomorrow you come here. Is my legal counsel here? Tomorrow you come here in the morning with evidence for me to let you off the hook. I'm even giving you a chance that I don't normally give others.
Mr. Chair, I agree with this one. I think let's have this
So
clarified.
let me this one report to CID immediately. But you have a room tomorrow. Okay? I want you to just record the case, CID. Just record this case. Okay? Let him go. It's still just a pending case. Let him go. Tomorrow, come back with all the documents from the Ministry of Finance, from everywhere. Even the officer who approved this money, we need him. The whole syndicate, we are going to trace for it. How this figure reaches here. And Salongo, I need this auditor.